Have you been feeling like something inside you is shifting? Maybe you've noticed subtle signs, dreams that feel more vivid, moments of deep peace that come out of nowhere, or the sense that life is guiding you through synchronicities. If this is happening to you, it could mean that your quantum consciousness is waking up, and that's exciting, because it's the stage where you begin unlocking your true power of manifestation, reprogramming your subconscious mind, and living in flow with abundance. In today's video, we're going to cover 30 powerful signs that your quantum consciousness is awakening, and what each one means for your personal growth. We'll also explore practical steps you can take to strengthen this awakening, so you can move into alignment with your highest self. Whether you're into meditation, flow state, the abundance mindset, or subconscious mind reprogramming, this video is going to give you clarity, tools, and inspiration. So if you've ever wondered, is this just coincidence, or is the universe trying to tell me something? Stick around. By the end of this video, you'll not only recognize the signs, but you'll also know how to use them to expand your reality. Let's dive in. Have you been noticing repeating numbers like 1111, 222, or even the same song lyrics showing up in the most random places? These synchronicities aren't just coincidences, they're signals from your subconscious mind and the quantum field. When your consciousness is waking up, your awareness expands and you start to recognize the patterns the universe is using to guide you. Think of it like tuning a radio. Once you're on the right frequency, you start hearing the music that was always playing in the background. Start keeping a synchronicity journal. Every time you notice a repeating number, phrase, or encounter that feels too aligned to be random, write it down. Over time, you'll notice themes emerging. These themes often reflect what your subconscious mind is processing or what your higher self wants you to pay attention to. For example, if you keep seeing 333, it may be a reminder to trust in the support of your spiritual team or to keep moving forward despite uncertainty. The key here is not to obsess, but to observe with curiosity. Instead of asking, "Why am I seeing this?" try asking, "What energy am I aligning with right now that's bringing this into my awareness?" That subtle shift transforms the experience into a tool for self-reflection, rather than just a mystery. It's a way of bridging your conscious awareness with your subconscious programming. And here's the transition. Synchronicities are just the beginning. Once your awareness sharpens, you'll also notice another profound shift, your intuition getting stronger and more reliable. Have you ever had a gut feeling that turned out to be right, even when it didn't make logical sense? When your quantum consciousness starts waking up, this inner compass becomes sharper. That's because your subconscious mind is processing way more information than your conscious mind can, and it communicates through intuition, those hunches, nudges, and feelings that guide you toward alignment. One powerful way to strengthen this connection is through meditation. Even 10 minutes a day of quieting your mind allows you to hear the whisper of intuition more clearly. Another method is to practice making small decisions based purely on intuition, like choosing a route home, picking a meal, or deciding who to call. The more you practice, the more you train yourself to trust that inner voice. Imagine you feel a strong urge to attend an event, even though part of you doesn't see the point. You go anyway, and you end up meeting someone who becomes a key connection for your business or personal growth. That's intuition at work. Your subconscious picked up on subtle cues your conscious mind missed, and it guided you toward the best outcome. When you learn to trust this, life flows more smoothly, and that's the natural progression. Once intuition strengthens, you'll also start noticing waves of emotional release as your subconscious clears out old programming. Let's move into that. If you've been crying unexpectedly, feeling old memories resurface, or suddenly experiencing emotions you can't quite explain, don't worry, you're not falling apart. This is one of the clearest signs that your quantum consciousness is waking up. What's happening is that your subconscious mind is releasing stored emotional energy so you can move into higher states of awareness and abundance. A practical tip here is to allow the emotions instead of resisting them. If you feel like crying, cry. If anger arises, move your body, journal, shake it out, or go for a walk. Suppression only pushes emotions back into the subconscious where they can block manifestation and keep you stuck in old patterns. Think of this release as decluttering your energetic system so you can reprogram your mind more effectively. Let's say you suddenly feel sadness about a relationship that ended years ago. That memory may have been stored in your subconscious, influencing how you approach new relationships. By allowing yourself to feel and release it now, you're clearing space for healthier, more abundant connections. Once you've experienced emotional release, you'll notice a lightness and clarity. This prepares you for the next stage of awakening, vivid dreams, which often serve as a bridge between the conscious and subconscious mind. One of the most fascinating signs of quantum consciousness awakening is the shift in your dream life. Suddenly, your dreams may become more colorful, symbolic, or emotionally charged. You may even wake up with the sense that your dream had a message for you. This happens because your subconscious mind processes information differently when your awareness expands. Instead of random images, your dreams start acting like a bridge, delivering insights from your higher self directly into your conscious awareness. An actionable tip here is to keep a dream journal by your bed. The moment you wake up, jot down everything you remember, even if it's just fragments. Over time, you'll notice patterns emerging. For example, recurring symbols like flying, water, or doors often reflect subconscious shifts or opportunities opening in your life. Pay attention, because these dreams can act as guidance for your manifestation journey. Let's say you dream of walking through endless hallways, and then you finally open a door into a bright room. This could symbolize your subconscious mind showing you that you're ready to step into a new chapter, leaving behind limitation. When you track these dreams, you can start to consciously align your waking actions with what your subconscious is showing you. When your dreams become more vivid, they also prepare you for the next stage. Your perception of time itself begins to shift. Have you noticed that sometimes time seems to fly by when you're deeply focused or slow down when you're in a peaceful state? This isn't just imagination. When your quantum consciousness is waking up, you start entering flow states more naturally. In these states, your brain waves shift, your subconscious mind becomes more active, and your sense of time stretches or compresses depending on your level of alignment. When you catch yourself in flow, maybe writing, painting, meditating, or even walking, lean into it. Don't pull yourself out just because the clock says so. This is your subconscious showing you what alignment feels like. The more you allow yourself to experience flow, the easier it becomes to reprogram your mind toward abundance and creativity. Maybe you sit down to journal, and suddenly realize an hour has passed, yet it felt like 10 minutes. Instead of seeing that as lost time, recognize it as gained depth. You just gave your subconscious mind a direct channel to express itself without resistance. That's where breakthroughs often happen. And as your relationship with time transforms, people around you may also begin to notice a new energy field radiating from you, a magnetic presence that draws them in. When your consciousness awakens, people start to feel something different about you. They may say you seem calmer, lighter, or more inspiring to be around. This isn't just perception. Your energy field really does shift. As you clear limiting beliefs and align your subconscious with abundance, you literally radiate a frequency that others pick up on. The powerful tip here is to become intentional with your energy. Before entering a room, pause for a moment and set an inner intention, like I bring peace and positivity. Watch how conversations and interactions change when you step in with this awareness. It's a form of energetic manifestation in real time. Maybe you've noticed that strangers smile at you more often, or that people feel comfortable opening up to you. That's not random. It's your awakened state being mirrored back. You're transmitting a subconscious signal of safety and connection, and people are drawn to it. This magnetic shift often comes with a new craving, the desire for solitude, where you can recharge and fully process your inner growth. Have you found yourself pulling back from crowded spaces, social drama, or endless scrolling on social media? That's a natural sign of awakening. When your quantum consciousness starts to rise, your nervous system seeks quiet, because solitude is where your subconscious integrates all the changes happening inside you. The action step here is to schedule intentional solitude. This doesn't mean isolating yourself. It means carving out daily time to just be. You can meditate, take a mindful walk, or simply sit in silence. Solitude allows your subconscious mind to reprogram itself without constant external noise. For example, if you normally spend your evenings binging shows, try swapping 20 minutes for stillness. At first it might feel uncomfortable. Your mind will want distractions, but over time you'll notice clarity, inner peace, and even spontaneous creative ideas rising to the surface. That's your awakened self communicating with you. And as you spend more time in solitude, something else sharpens your sensitivity to energy, both your own and that of the world around you. As your quantum consciousness expands, your sensitivity increases. Suddenly, loud environments, toxic conversations, or even processed foods may feel off. This is your subconscious tuning you into subtle energies. It's not a weakness. It's actually your upgraded guidance system. By noticing what resonates and what doesn't, you get clearer about what supports your abundance mindset. Here's a practical strategy. Use this sensitivity as a compass. If an environment drains you, honor that, and step away. If a person or practice lights you up, lean into it. This isn't about being overly cautious. It's about letting your subconscious guide you towards spaces and people that align with your growth. Imagine you enter a room and instantly feel tension, even if nobody's speaking. That's your subconscious mind picking up on nonverbal cues and energetic imprints. Instead of ignoring it, you can act intentionally, maybe grounding your energy with breath or politely removing yourself if needed. This heightened sensitivity naturally strengthens your inner voice, and that's where the journey deepens. Your subconscious begins to communicate more directly, guiding your next steps with surprising clarity. Have you noticed your inner voice becoming clearer, almost like it's speaking directly to you? That's another strong indicator that your quantum consciousness is waking up. This inner voice isn't about negative self-talk or doubts. It's the wisdom of your subconscious mind coming to the surface. The more you listen, the more it helps you align with your manifestations and flow state. A practical way to tune into this is through mindful pauses during your day. Before making a decision, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what feels most aligned right now? Pay attention to the first feeling or thought that arises. That's often your subconscious delivering the answer faster than logic ever could. Maybe you're about to send a message that doesn't feel right. Your inner voice whispers, wait. You pause, and later you realize that holding back prevented unnecessary conflict. That's not luck. That's your inner guidance becoming louder as you awaken. And as this voice strengthens, you'll notice it often nudges you into something even more powerful, spontaneous flow states, where time disappears and creativity takes over. Have you ever been so absorbed in an activity that hours felt like minutes? That's the flow state, a mental zone where your subconscious mind takes the wheel, and creativity and focus merge seamlessly. When your quantum consciousness is waking up, you'll find yourself slipping into flow more often and more easily. To encourage this, create rituals that invite flow. For example, start your work or creative sessions with a short meditation or breathwork exercise. This primes your subconscious to open up. Another tip is to work in sprints of 25-50 minutes where you give yourself permission to be fully immersed. A real-world example might be writing, painting, coding, or even cooking. You look up at the clock and realize 2 hours passed, yet you feel energized instead of drained. That's a sign your subconscious mind is aligned and channeling its full power. And the best part? Flow states don't just feel amazing. They also make manifestation clarity much stronger, because your desires begin to crystallize effortlessly. As your consciousness awakens, you stop sending mixed signals to the universe. Instead of vague wishes, your desires become specific and aligned. You might notice yourself saying, I want a new job that lets me work remotely, pays abundantly, and feels fulfilling, instead of just I want a better job. This is your subconscious getting on board with your conscious desires. The action step here is to write down your manifestations with detail and emotion. Be specific, but also leave room for the universe to surprise you. For example, I am attracting aligned opportunities that allow me to grow, earn abundantly, and feel free. This blends clarity with openness, which is a powerful manifestation formula. Someone might decide they want to move into a peaceful neighborhood, and within weeks they stumble upon the perfect rental that wasn't even listed online. That's the magic of subconscious clarity meeting quantum alignment. But for this to work consistently, something else needs to happen. You must detach from the old limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. One of the most liberating signs of awakening is realizing that the stories you've carried for years are not who you are. Limiting beliefs like money is hard to earn, or I'm not good enough, start to feel outdated, almost like clothes that don't fit anymore. That's your subconscious reprogramming itself to align with abundance and expansion. A powerful practice is to challenge every limiting thought. When you hear yourself think, "I can't do this," pause and ask, "Says who?" Often that belief isn't even yours. It came from family, society, or old experiences. When you detach, you create space for new empowering narratives. Maybe you grew up believing that success requires constant struggle, but as you awaken, you begin noticing people who achieve success with joy, flow, and alignment. That evidence helps your subconscious rewrite the story. Abundance can be easeful. And once those old beliefs loosen their grip, you naturally feel pulled toward new practices, tools, and habits that support your higher vibration. Have you felt drawn to start meditating, journaling, breathwork, or even learning about energy healing? That's not random. Your awakened consciousness is nudging you toward practices that strengthen the connection between your subconscious and the quantum field. It's your inner self saying, "Let's go deeper." The action step is to follow that curiosity without overthinking. If meditation calls you, start with 5 minutes a day. If journaling feels right, begin with gratitude lists. These practices don't have to be perfect. They just have to be consistent enough to rewire your subconscious and anchor you in abundance. For example, someone might randomly feel inspired to try guided meditation, and within weeks, they notice improved sleep, more creativity, and a stronger sense of inner calm. That's how quickly the subconscious adapts when you give it the right tools. And as you lean into these practices, you'll notice an even deeper shift, the ability to feel abundant before the evidence shows up, which accelerates manifestation. One of the most powerful shifts you'll notice as your quantum consciousness awakens is the ability to feel abundant even before external proof shows up. Instead of waiting for the money, the relationship, or the opportunity, you begin to cultivate the emotion of abundance right now. This is a game changer, because your subconscious mind responds to feelings more than logic, and the quantum field mirrors what you feel. A practical step here is to practice emotional embodiment. Each morning, close your eyes and imagine already living your desired reality. Feel the gratitude of receiving it. Allow your body to experience the joy, the relief, the excitement. By doing this, you're training your subconscious to accept abundance as the new normal. You might not have financial overflow yet, but you can choose to feel rich when you sip a warm cup of tea, enjoy a sunset, or pay a bill with gratitude. These micro moments of abundance shift your vibration, and before long, external circumstances begin reflecting the internal state. And once you master this, it naturally flows into another awakening sign, a heightened sense of gratitude for everyday life, which amplifies manifestation even more. When your consciousness expands, gratitude stops being a practice and starts becoming your natural state. Suddenly, the little things, a smile from a stranger, the way sunlight falls through the window, or even the quiet moments you once overlooked, fill you with appreciation. This isn't just feel-good energy. It's a direct line to manifestation, because gratitude programs your subconscious to notice and attract more of what you appreciate. An actionable tip here is to keep a gratitude ritual. Each night, write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. Over time, this conditions your subconscious mind to seek out the positive. And when your subconscious is focused on abundance, the quantum field responds with more abundance. Someone who starts their day with gratitude for their health, opportunities, and connections often finds that their day unfolds with more flow and ease. That's not coincidence, it's alignment. Gratitude shifts your frequency to match the reality you're calling in. And gratitude often sparks another sign of awakening, a surge of creativity, as your mind becomes more open and free. Have you been getting bursts of ideas lately? Maybe for a business, a piece of art, or even just better ways of organizing your life? That's your awakened consciousness, unlocking creativity. When your subconscious is less burdened by limiting beliefs, it channels inspiration freely, often in ways that surprise you. Creativity is a direct expression of the quantum field flowing through you. The action step is to capture your ideas quickly. Keep a notebook, voice recorder, or notes app handy. Even if the idea seems small or random, write it down. Your subconscious often drops breadcrumbs that, when followed, lead to breakthroughs in manifestation and personal growth. Someone might suddenly feel inspired to start a podcast, Even though they've never considered it before, they follow the nudge, and it becomes a platform that attracts new opportunities and abundance. That's creativity guiding you toward alignment. And as creativity flows, you'll notice something else. Life starts presenting magnetic opportunities, almost as if they're finding you. When your quantum consciousness is awakening, you stop chasing opportunities and start attracting them. People, ideas, and resources begin to appear in ways that feel serendipitous. This happens because your subconscious is broadcasting a new frequency that pulls aligned experiences into your orbit. A practical way to work with this is to say yes more often when opportunities feel aligned, even if they seem unexpected. Your subconscious and the quantum field often deliver abundance in ways you didn't anticipate. By being open, you allow life to surprise you. You might casually mention an interest in learning a new skill, and days later, someone offers you a free workshop or course. That's alignment. Your subconscious intention sent out the signal, and the universe responded. And when opportunities start flowing, you may also notice your body sending signals, tingles, warmth, or energy surges, confirming that you're aligned with the right path. As your consciousness awakens, your body becomes an ally in the process. You might feel tingling sensations during meditation, warmth in your chest when you think about a dream, or goosebumps when you hear something deeply true. These are not random. They're signals from your subconscious and energy system letting you know you're aligned. The action step is to tune in, instead of brushing them off. When you feel that surge of energy or sensation, pause and ask, what was I just thinking about? What's my body affirming? Often, these signals validate that you're on the right path or highlight where your focus should be. Let's say you're visualizing your dream home and suddenly feel warmth in your heart. That's your subconscious reinforcing the belief. Yes, this is possible. Yes, this is aligned. It's your body and mind working together in harmony. And the more you trust these signals, the easier it becomes to release fear and step boldly into your next chapter. Which brings us to the next sign, the release of fear. One of the clearest signs that your quantum consciousness is waking up is that fear begins to lose its grip on you. You may still feel fear, but it no longer controls your decisions. Instead, you start noticing that the old stories, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of lack, simply don't resonate the same way anymore. This shift is huge, because fear is one of the biggest blocks to manifestation and subconscious reprogramming. An actionable tip here is to practice reframing fear as guidance. Whenever fear arises, ask yourself, is this fear protecting me, or is it pointing me toward growth? More often than not, fear is just your subconscious trying to keep you in the comfort zone. By reframing it, you transform fear into a signal that you're about to expand. Imagine you feel fear about starting a new business. Instead of letting that fear paralyze you, you recognize it as a sign that you're stepping outside your comfort zone, exactly where quantum growth happens. You move forward anyway, and the universe rewards your courage with aligned opportunities. And once fear releases its hold, your priorities naturally shift toward what truly matters, which is another undeniable sign of awakening. Have you noticed your interests and priorities changing? Things that used to feel important, status, possessions, or external validation, start to lose their appeal. Instead, you crave experiences, alignment, and inner peace. This isn't about giving up ambition. It's about aligning ambition with your awakened self. Your subconscious mind starts directing you toward what genuinely fuels your abundance mindset. Audit your current priorities. Write down where you spend your time, energy, and money. Then ask, does this align with who I'm becoming? This exercise helps you consciously reprogram your subconscious to value alignment over old conditioning. For instance, you might realize that endless scrolling on social media no longer feels fulfilling, while time spent meditating, learning, or connecting deeply with loved ones feels expansive. That's your awakened state shifting what matters. And when your priorities shift, even your relationship with money begins to transform into something healthier and more empowering. Money is one of the most powerful mirrors of subconscious programming. As your quantum consciousness awakens, you stop seeing money as stress or scarcity and begin to view it as energy, a tool for expansion and freedom. This shift allows abundance to flow more easily into your life. A practical step is to create positive money rituals. Instead of dreading bills, Bless them as proof that energy is flowing through your life. Instead of obsessing over lack, affirm money is energy, and I allow it to circulate with ease. This reprograms your subconscious to expect abundance. For example, someone who once feared looking at their bank account might start checking it with gratitude, no matter the number. This small shift attracts opportunities for financial growth, because the subconscious no longer associates money with fear. And when money stops being a source of stress, it's easier to surrender to divine timing, trusting that everything unfolds at the right pace. One of the most liberating aspects of awakening is learning to trust the timing of life. You stop forcing outcomes and start surrendering to the flow. This doesn't mean being passive. It means aligning your actions with intuition and trusting that results arrive when they're meant to. Your subconscious relaxes and manifestation accelerates. An action step here is to practice patience rituals. When you feel restless, take a deep breath and affirm what is meant for me, cannot miss me. The timing is perfect. This rewires your subconscious to release control and welcome alignment. For example, maybe you've been waiting for a job offer, and instead of stressing, you focus on gratitude and self-growth. Then when the offer comes, it's not just any job, it's the exact opportunity that aligns with your awakened self. That's divine timing in action. And when you trust timing, you naturally expand your compassion, because you see life as interconnected, not competitive. As your quantum consciousness awakens, compassion deepens. You begin to feel empathy not just for those close to you, but for strangers, animals, and even the planet itself. This expansion comes from realizing that we're all connected within the quantum field. Your subconscious begins to reflect the truth of oneness. An actionable tip is to practice compassion meditation. Spend a few minutes sending love and good wishes to yourself, then to loved ones, then to people you don't know, and even to those you've struggled with. This rewires your subconscious to embody kindness and abundance at every level. For instance, you might notice yourself feeling moved when you see someone struggling, and instead of turning away, you offer help, even if it's just a kind word. These moments expand your vibration and reinforce the abundance mindset that giving and receiving are part of the same flow. And as compassion grows, so does your capacity to learn and absorb knowledge faster, which is the next sign of awakening. One fascinating sign of quantum consciousness awakening is that learning begins to feel faster and easier. Your subconscious mind, once clogged with limiting beliefs, starts absorbing knowledge like a sponge. You might notice that concepts you struggled with before suddenly click, or you retain information more naturally without overthinking. This is because your brain waves and subconscious are working in greater harmony. An actionable step here is to learn in flow states. Instead of cramming, approach new material with curiosity and relaxation. Pair learning with meditation or mindful breaks to let the subconscious integrate what you've studied. You'll be amazed at how much faster information sticks. For example, someone learning a new language may find themselves recalling words without deliberate memorization, simply because their subconscious is fully engaged. That's accelerated learning in action. It's not about effort, but alignment. And when learning becomes easier, you'll also notice a rise in your energy levels as your awakened consciousness fuels you from within. 25. Higher energy baseline. As your quantum consciousness expands, your baseline energy rises. Instead of dragging yourself out of bed, you might notice more mornings where you wake up with a sense of vitality. This isn't about never feeling tired. It's about shifting your core frequency so you feel more alive, more often. Your subconscious is no longer draining energy through fear and resistance, so vitality flows more freely. A practical step is to nurture your body-mind connection. Try starting your day with mindful breathing, hydration, and a few moments of gratitude. These small rituals train your subconscious to associate mornings with energy and abundance instead of dread. Maybe you used to need 3 cups of coffee just to function, but as you align with your awakened self, you discover that one mindful practice in the morning provides more energy than caffeine ever did. That's your subconscious rewiring your relationship with vitality. And with this higher baseline of energy, mind reprogramming becomes easier than ever. When your consciousness awakens, affirmations, visualizations, and meditations start to sink in faster. That's because your subconscious is more receptive, less cluttered with resistance. Instead of repeating affirmations for months without results, you begin to feel shifts in days or even hours. Your inner mind is saying, "Yes, I'm ready to align." The action step here is to practice reprogramming in relaxed states, like just before sleep or right after waking. These are moments when your brain waves naturally dip into theta, the state most open to subconscious suggestion. Pair affirmations with visualization, and you supercharge the effect. Affirming, "I am abundant," may have once felt hollow, but now, with your awakened state, you feel it resonate deeply, and within weeks you notice opportunities and synchronicities confirming that new belief. That's accelerated reprogramming in action. And as your subconscious becomes more receptive, you'll start noticing something magical. The exact books, videos, or teachings you need show up at just the right time. Have you ever stumbled upon a book, podcast, or YouTube video that felt like it was speaking directly to you? This isn't coincidence, it's synchronicity. As your quantum consciousness awakens, your subconscious attracts the exact content you need to confirm your growth or answer your current questions. The universe becomes your personal teacher. Follow the breadcrumbs. When a piece of content resonates, dive deeper. Don't dismiss it as random. Your subconscious and the quantum field are aligning to bring you wisdom. You might casually click on a meditation video and discover a technique that transforms your daily practice, or you pick up a book that directly addresses a challenge you've been facing. These synchronicities are signs that you're tuned in to guidance. And as synchronicity increases, you'll find yourself less interested in distractions like drama, gossip, or negativity. As your consciousness expands, drama starts to feel draining instead of entertaining. Whether it's gossip, conflict, or even negative media, you simply don't resonate with it anymore. Your subconscious recognizes that drama lowers your vibration and blocks manifestation, so you detach, not from apathy, but from wisdom. A practical step is to notice where your energy goes. After a conversation or activity, ask, "Do I feel expanded or drained?" If drama leaves you depleted, honor that awareness and choose peace instead. This small habit rewires your subconscious to prioritize alignment over chaos. For instance, maybe you used to engage in workplace gossip, but now you find it uncomfortable. Instead of judging yourself, recognize it as growth. Your detachment signals that your energy is too valuable to waste on negativity. And once you stop feeding drama, you'll notice a new stability, the ability to remain at peace even when chaos swirls around you. That's the next sign of awakening.